Hey everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today we're going to make apple hand pies. What you're going to need for this recipe is homemade pie crust. Now I will show you a recipe at the end of the video, or you can make your own. And you'll also need 3 to 5 apples. You're going to need about 2 to 2.5 cups of apples peeled and diced. 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon ground allspice. You also want to make an egg wash, which is 1 large egg beaten with 1 tablespoon of milk. And you can also make some optional toppings, such as homemade salted caramel topping. I'm not going to be using that today. I'm just going to make a confectioner sugar glaze, which really adds a nice touch to the handheld pies. Or you don't even need to put anything on. It's totally up to you. But what you're going to want to do is go ahead and make your pie crust, and you're going to want to pop that in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to mix the apples, sugar, and spices together. Then I'm going to put them in the skillet with some butter. Cook them for a couple of minutes, and then turn off the heat. After a couple of minutes, shut off the heat, and we're going to let it just sit in the pan uncovered for 30 minutes. Preheat your oven to 375 and line 2 baking sheets with parchment paper. Get your pie dough out of the fridge. Lightly flour your countertop, and then just roll out your dough. This is just one of the discs. I have the other one here. Okay, put the bottoms on your sheet. Put about 2 tablespoons in the middle. Stir your pie filling up a little bit to get the juices all spread around in there. Make sure it's not out to the outer edges. Now let's continue rolling out the dough. And the crust, we're going to want to put slits on top. That way the pies bake through and steam can escape. We'll see how that fits. Pinch it together. Then we'll use a fork. Oh, look at that. Just spread it out. Whoopsies. That one, a little bit of the filling is going to be out, but that's okay. That's all right. Go ahead and brush some egg wash on top. Then you can sprinkle some sugar, coarse sugar, or I'm just going to use regular sugar. Now go ahead and bake those for about 28 to 32 minutes till they start to brown. This one really looks good. Okay, just going to mix a little powdered sugar with a little bit of milk. Make a little glaze. You can either use a salted caramel glaze, powdered sugar glaze, whatever you want, or no glaze at all. Doug has arrived home just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. He's going to make himself a healthy hot dog for lunch.
Because my woman was making pies today instead of making something for lunch.
His woman. Well, I tell you what.
What's for lunch, wench?
You're funny. Here, let's just cut one. You just take a little bite. I'm going to take half of it. You can't get the hot dogs open?
You got stuck behind my front teeth.
Doug still has
I
his
couldn't-
real teeth, if that's hard to believe. We both still have our real teeth. We don't have.
Why is that hard to believe?
Well, we're getting to the age where a lot of people have false teeth.
So let's do a survey. How many of you have false teeth?
That's right. That would be a good survey, and you have to tell us your age. Because you're 62 and I'm 63, and we still have our teeth. I should look that up. Your thoughts, scale of 1 to 10.
9 5s are good.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm going to try it now
It's
with
just a
the...
little mini apple pie.
Pretty much, that's it. Yes, indeed. The glaze adds a nice touch, folks. Does. Do you want the
So
rest of...
put in the comment section how to open your hot dogs.
Those are hard. You might need to use the scissors. I noticed that.
Isn't that a
before.
self-closing bag?
Hey, Doug. Well, that's never been opened before.
I know. But they're supposed to open so you can reseal it shut, right?
Well, I guess. Do you want the rest of that?
No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I just had lunch now. I'm going to freeze these, just so you know. Individually. Take them out, pop them in the microwave.
Probably better if you just took them and gave them away so we didn't eat them.
Crazy.
Ta-da!
You did it. Thanks for joining me today here on Dee's Delights. I hope you enjoy your handheld apple pies. See you soon, everyone. Hello, everyone. It is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today we are going to make pie crust in the food processor. A quick and easy way to do it. And then you can place it in the fridge for an hour to overnight until you want to use it for your pies. So what you're going to need for this recipe is 2.5 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 cup of unsalted butter, cold and cubed. That would be 2 sticks. And 1/2 cup of buttermilk cold. I didn't have any buttermilk, so if you don't have buttermilk, for 1/2 cup of buttermilk, just pour 1/2 tablespoon into the bottom of a 1/2 cup measuring cup, and then fill it the rest of the way up with milk. Stir, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and voila, you have buttermilk. First, what we're going to do is we're going to place the flour, sugar, and salt in the food processor. That was our 2.5 cups, our sugar, which is 2 tablespoons, and our salt, which is 1 teaspoon. So it says to pulse this for a few times. Then it says add the cold cubed butter. I'm just going to sprinkle that all around. Now this is my first time making pie dough in a food processor. I've always done it by hand. It's always good to try new things, and this is a different recipe than I usually use. It's pretty close, but a few differences. I use shortening instead of butter, use water instead of milk, use less flour, so it is a little bit different. We're going to pulse it this time until there's no large chunks of butter. Might take a little bit longer. On your food processor, there should be a little P button for pulse. Let me see what it looks like. It's looking pretty good. I think that'll do it. As you can see, there's no big chunks of butter left. Next, it says slowly stream in cold buttermilk until the dough comes together. Let's put a little bit of milk in there at a time. Now, it's going to look a little bit dry, as you can see here. So we're going to do it a little bit more. Okay. Now you can see that the dough is starting to come together. So let's roll this out. Be careful. And it is starting to come together. And that's what you want. It's starting to stick. You just want to gently knead it until it comes together. Then I'm going to put it into 2 equal pieces, because this will make 1 pie, top and bottom crust. I think that's pretty equal. Perfect pie dough. Feels perfect.